Tammy Slaton, one half of the beloved HGTV reality series 1000LbSisters, has broken her silence in a candid and hello viewers. Welcome back to my channel. For 1000LbSister latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Emotional revelation, addressing the swirling rumors surrounding the potential cancellation of the hit show. In a heartfelt message shared across her social media platforms and in a recent exclusive interview, Tammy confirmed that while the future of the series remains uncertain, the decision to step back from the cameras was not made lightly and certainly not due to drama or conflict behind the scenes, as some fans have speculated. For years, 1000LbSisters has captured the hearts of millions with its raw portrayal of personal transformation, family bonds, and the ongoing battle with severe obesity. The show, which debuted in 2020, follows Tammy and her sister Amy Slaton as they navigate life-altering weight loss journeys, emotional healing, and the challenges of rebuilding their lives after years of health complications and personal struggles. What began as a story of medical intervention and survival evolved into a powerful narrative of resilience, sisterhood, and hope. But recently, rumors began circulating online that the show had been canceled, some claiming that production had halted, others suggesting that tensions between the sisters had reached a breaking point. Fans flooded social media with concern, demanding answers. Now, Tammy is speaking out to set the record straight. "It's been really hard to stay quiet," Tammy admitted in a tearful video posted to Instagram. "I've seen so many rumors, so many false stories about me and Amy, about the show, about our relationship, and I just can't let that go on anymore. I owe it to the people who've supported us from the beginning to tell the truth." According to Tammy, the show has not officially been canceled, but it is currently on an indefinite pause. This break, she explained, was a mutual decision made by the sisters and the production team, driven primarily by her need to focus on her health and well-being. After undergoing multiple weight loss surgeries and enduring years of public scrutiny, Tammy says she has reached a point where she needs time away from the spotlight to heal physically, emotionally, and mentally. "I've been on this journey for over 4 years now," she said. "And while I'm proud of how far I've come, I've also been pushed to my limits. The cameras are always there. Every moment is documented. And sometimes that pressure becomes too much. I've had setbacks. I've had moments where I didn't feel like I was winning. And I realized I couldn't keep living my life for the show. I needed to live it for me." Tammy's health journey has been both inspiring and tumultuous. After reaching a peak weight of over 1,000 pounds, she underwent a life-saving gastric sleeve surgery in 2020, followed by gastric bypass in 2022. These procedures, combined with intense therapy and lifestyle changes, helped her lose hundreds of pounds. At her lowest point, she weighed around 500 pounds, a monumental achievement by any standard. However, maintaining that progress has proven difficult. In 2023, Tammy revealed she had regained a significant amount of weight due to emotional eating, grief over the loss of her mother, and struggles with mental health. Her openness about these setbacks earned her even more respect from fans, who praised her honesty and vulnerability. Now, Tammy says she's recommitting to her health with the help of her medical team and a renewed support system. "I'm not giving up," she emphasized. "I'm just taking a step back. I'm going to work on myself without the cameras rolling. I need to rediscover who I am outside of this show. I need to learn how to live for me again." While Tammy's decision to step away has been met with overwhelming support from fans, questions remain about the future of 1000LbSisters. Amy Slaton, who has also undergone significant weight loss and transformation, has continued to appear in public and on social media, often sharing updates about her life, her relationship with her partner, Christopher Combs, and her ongoing health journey. In a brief statement released through her management, Amy expressed full support for her sister's decision. "Tammy has been my rock, my partner, my best friend," she said. "And right now, she needs time. I love her more than anything, and I want her to get the peace and healing she deserves. The show will always be a part of our story, but our bond is bigger than television." This sentiment echoes a broader theme that has defined the sisters' journey, that while the show brought them fame and a platform, Their relationship has always been the heart of the story. From their early days in Kentucky to their shared struggles with trauma, addiction, and body image, Tammy and Amy have leaned on each other through every high and low. Despite the pause in production, HGTV has not officially canceled 1000LbSisters. In fact, network representatives have indicated that the door remains open for the sisters to return when they are ready. "We continue to support Tammy and Amy in their health journeys," a spokesperson said. "Their story has inspired millions, and we respect their need for privacy and personal time. We remain committed to them and look forward to sharing their continued progress when the time is right." This news has sparked a wave of relief among fans, many of whom have taken to social media to express their support for Tammy. Hashtags like #WeLoveTammy and #ComebackStronger have trended worldwide, with thousands sharing messages of encouragement, personal stories of how the show impacted their lives, and prayers for Tammy's recovery. "I just want people to know that I'm okay," Tammy said. "I'm not disappearing. I'm not giving up. I'm just choosing to heal in a different way. This isn't the end of my story, it's a new chapter." In addition to her health journey, Tammy also opened up about her emotional struggles in recent years. She spoke candidly about the grief of losing her mother, Tammy Slaton, in 2021, a loss that deeply affected both sisters, but hit Tammy especially hard. "My mom was my everything," she said. "She was my protector, my comfort. When she passed, I felt like a part of me died too. I didn't know how to cope. I turned to food because it was the only thing that made me feel numb." She also discussed her ongoing battle with depression and anxiety, conditions that have often been overshadowed by the physical aspects of her weight loss journey. "People see the weight," she said. "They don't see the pain behind it. They don't see the nights I couldn't get out of bed, the panic attacks, the shame I carry every single day. I'm learning that healing isn't just about losing pounds. It's about healing your mind, your heart, your soul." Tammy's willingness to speak so openly about mental health has resonated with many. Advocates and mental health professionals have praised her for using her platform to destigmatize emotional struggles, particularly among those dealing with obesity and chronic illness. "Tammy's honesty is incredibly powerful," said Dr. Lena Peterson, a clinical psychologist specializing in eating disorders. "She's showing the world that recovery isn't linear and that it's okay to ask for help. Her journey reminds us that true transformation starts from within." As she takes this break from the public eye, Tammy says she's focusing on rebuilding her life one day at a time. She's working with therapists, reconnecting with old friends, and exploring new hobbies like painting and journaling that help her process her emotions. She's also spending more time with her beloved pets, especially her emotional support dog, Mr. McFlurry, who's been by her side throughout her journey. "I'm not perfect," she said with a soft smile. "I make mistakes. I have bad days. But I'm trying. And that's enough." While fans may miss seeing the sisters on their screens, many believe this pause could be exactly what Tammy needs. In a world that often demands constant content and instant updates, stepping away can be an act of courage. For Tammy, it's a declaration of self-worth. "I've spent so much of my life trying to please everyone else," she reflected. "Trying to be strong for Amy, for my mom, for the fans. But I forgot about me. Now I'm learning that it's okay to put myself first. It's okay to say, I need a break. It's okay to heal." Though the future of 1000LbSisters remains uncertain, one thing is clear: Tammy Slaton's story is far from over. Whether or not the cameras return, her journey continues. And for millions who have followed her path, that journey is a beacon of hope. As she signed off her emotional message, Tammy looked directly into the camera, her voice steady but filled with emotion. "To everyone who's been with me from the beginning, thank you. Thank you for believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. I promise I'm not going anywhere. I'm just taking a breath. And when I'm ready, I'll be back. Stronger, healthier, happier. This isn't goodbye. It's see you soon." In the days following her announcement, the response has been overwhelmingly positive. Fans have flooded her comment sections with messages of love and support. Some have shared their own stories of weight loss, mental health struggles, and recovery, inspired by Tammy's courage. Others have sent care packages, letters, and artwork, all expressing the same message: you are not alone. Even celebrities and public figures have weighed in. Lizzo, who has been open about her own body image journey, tweeted, "Tammy Slaton is a warrior. Her honesty, her strength, her vulnerability, it's everything we need to see." Sending so much love and light to her during this time. Meanwhile, Amy has remained a constant source of support, often posting photos of the two of them together with captions like "Sisterhood is everything" and "We'll get through this together." Though they may be off-screen for now, their bond remains unshaken. As for what comes next, only time will tell. Will 1000LbSisters return with a new season? Will Tammy and Amy continue their journey separately, or will they reunite on camera when the time is right? These questions remain unanswered. But one thing is certain: Tammy Slaton's decision to prioritize her health and well-being is not a sign of defeat, it's a sign of strength. In a world that often glorifies hustle and visibility, choosing to step back is one of the most powerful choices a person can make. Her message is clear: healing cannot be rushed. Recovery is not a performance. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is walk away from the spotlight to find yourself in the quiet. For Tammy, this pause is not an ending. It's a necessary pause in a much larger story, one of survival, sisterhood, and the enduring power of hope. And as fans around the world wait for her next chapter, one truth remains: Tammy Slaton's journey is far from over. She may be out of the spotlight for now, but her light still shines, brighter than ever. In the broader context of reality television, Tammy's announcement also raises important questions about the pressures placed on stars, especially those in deeply personal, health-focused shows. 1000LbSisters is not just entertainment, it's a medical and emotional journey broadcast to millions. The line between public figure and private individual often blurs, and the toll can be immense. Experts have long warned about the psychological impact of constant surveillance, particularly for individuals dealing with trauma, addiction, or chronic illness. While reality TV can provide motivation and community, it can also exacerbate stress, trigger relapses, and create unrealistic expectations. Tammy's decision to step back may set a precedent for other stars facing similar struggles. It sends a message that health, both physical and mental, must come first, even when fame and fortune are on the line. Moreover, her transparency challenges the narrative that transformation must be perfect or linear. In an age of curated social media feeds and highlight reels, Tammy's willingness to show her setbacks, her tears, and her doubts is a radical act of authenticity. She reminds us that real progress isn't measured in pounds lost, but in the quiet strength of saying, "I need help." As the world watches and waits, one thing is clear: Tammy Slaton's story is not defined by a TV show. It's defined by her resilience, her heart, and her unyielding will to survive. And that, perhaps, is the most powerful story of all. Tammy Slaton has always been a figure of both admiration and controversy. Her journey on the TLC reality series 1000LbSisters has captivated audiences since the show's debut, offering an intimate, unfiltered look into the lives of Tammy and her sister Amy Slaton as they navigate health challenges, personal struggles, and the complexities of family dynamics. Now, with Season 8 of the hit series currently airing and swirling rumors suggesting the show might be canceled, Tammy has finally broken her silence, offering fans a rare glimpse into her thoughts, emotions, and what the future may hold for the beloved series and her own life. For years, Tammy has been open about her battle with obesity, mental health, and the emotional toll of living in the public eye. Her vulnerability has resonated with viewers around the world, many of whom see reflections of their own struggles in her journey. But with that visibility comes pressure to change, to heal, to perform, and to maintain a level of transparency that can feel overwhelming. As Season 8 unfolds, fans have noticed shifts not only in Tammy's physical appearance and demeanor, but also in the tone of the show itself. These changes, coupled with behind-the-scenes speculation, have fueled rumors that 1000LbSisters might be coming to an end. In a candid interview conducted via phone from her home in Kentucky, Tammy addressed the rumors head-on. People are always talking, always guessing, she said with a soft laugh. I've learned to tune it out a lot of the time. But I also know that fans care, and I appreciate that. So, I wanted to say something directly, because I don't want anyone to think I've disappeared or that something bad happened. She paused for a moment, collecting her thoughts. We are still here, she emphasized. The show is still going. We are still filming. We are still working on our health, our lives, our relationships. Nothing has changed in that way. The rumors about cancellation? They're just that, rumors. I don't know where they come from, but they're not true. Tammy went on to explain that while the production schedule for Season 8 has been different than in previous years due in part to health setbacks and personal challenges, the team behind 1000LbSisters remains committed to continuing the series. Things take time, she said. I've had my ups and downs, and Amy's had hers. We're not perfect. We're not trying to be, but we're trying. And the show captures that. That's always been the point. The emotional weight of being on a reality show that documents such deeply personal struggles is not lost on Tammy. Over the years, she's undergone multiple weight loss surgeries, faced public scrutiny over her relationships, and grappled with depression and anxiety, all while cameras rolled. It's hard, she admitted. Sometimes I look back at old episodes and I can't believe I let them film certain moments. But then I remember why we started. It wasn't just for entertainment. It was to show people that you can struggle and still be worthy of love, of help, of a second chance. She credits the show with giving her a platform to advocate for mental health awareness and body positivity, even as she continues her own weight loss journey. I don't believe in shame, Tammy said firmly. I don't believe in telling someone they're not trying hard enough. I've been there. I've been the person who couldn't get out of bed because the world felt too heavy. And I've also been the person who took one small step forward, and then another. That's what this show has been for me, a series of small steps. Season 8, in particular, has highlighted Tammy's ongoing efforts to maintain stability after the tumultuous events of the past few years. Viewers have watched her navigate the end of her marriage to Caleb Willingham, a relationship that was both celebrated and criticized by fans. The breakup, which played out on screen, was emotionally devastating for Tammy. Losing Caleb was one of the hardest things I've ever gone through, she said. Not because of the fame or the cameras, but because I loved him. I thought we were going to build a life together. When that fell apart, it wasn't just a breakup, it felt like the collapse of a future I had imagined. Despite the pain, Tammy says the experience taught her valuable lessons about self-worth and independence. I had to learn how to be okay on my own, she shared. And that's not easy when you've spent so much of your life feeling like you need someone else to make you whole. But I'm learning. I'm doing therapy. I'm working on me. And I'm not giving up. Her sister Amy, who has also faced public challenges, including her own weight loss journey, legal issues, and a highly publicized arrest, remains a central figure in Tammy's life. Their relationship, which has been both a source of strength and conflict, continues to evolve. Amy and I have always been close, Tammy said. We've fought, we've cried, we've said things we regret. But at the end of the day, we're sisters. We've been through so much together. We've supported each other through surgeries, through losses, through the hardest moments of our lives. That bond doesn't just go away. The sisters' dynamic has been a cornerstone of the show's success. Their contrasting personalities, Amy's more assertive, goal-driven nature versus Tammy's gentle, introspective demeanor, create a compelling narrative that keeps audiences engaged. But behind the scenes, Tammy says their relationship requires constant work. We're not always on the same page, she admitted. We have different ways of dealing with stress, with pain, with life. But we're trying to communicate better. We're trying to be there for each other without enabling or judging. One of the most talked about aspects of Season 8 has been Tammy's decision to move out of the family home and into her own space. For many fans, this marked a significant milestone in her journey toward independence. Moving out was scary, Tammy confessed. I'd lived with Mom and Amy for so long. That house was my comfort zone. But I knew I needed to grow. I needed to learn how to take care of myself, how to make decisions on my own. It wasn't about leaving them behind, it was about stepping into my own life. The transition hasn't been without challenges. Tammy has spoken openly about struggling with loneliness and anxiety in her new home. "There are nights when I just sit and cry," she said quietly. "I miss the noise, the chaos, the feeling of being surrounded by family. But I also know that this is part of healing. You can't grow if you're always in the same place, doing the same things." Despite the difficulties, Tammy says she's proud of the progress she's made. She's been attending regular therapy sessions, reconnecting with old hobbies, and even exploring the idea of returning to school. "I've always wanted to be a counselor," she said with a hopeful smile in her voice. "I want to help people who are going through what I've gone through. I know I'm not a doctor or an expert, but I've lived it. I know what it feels like to be invisible, to feel hopeless. If I can use my story to give someone else a little bit,